All right, it's game on, guys. And we're talking about sleep, so I'm gonna try to keep my energy somewhat down instead of like off the charts. I'm a guy that has almost always a lot of energy. What most people don't know about me is that I actually was in sleep studies for a long time, back 20 years ago. So my sleep is really important to me. And the better you sleep, the more energy you have, right? So, but I stumbled on something. I had this big mistake. It was freaked me out, and I want to tell you a little bit how I stumbled on this technology to sleep better. And what's really cool is I gave it to one of our scientists, and he tried it. And he's like, "Oh my goodness, we got to do something around this. We got to make this." So I'm going to show you this. But how did this get created? I'm going to tell you. Okay. All right, really quick before we move on, do me a huge favor. How many hours a night do you sleep, just on average? For me, it's seven. Seven's like my kind of my sweet spot. Seven. I try to get eight. I actually prefer eight. Some people can do really well at six. And then how do you rank your sleep? Like, are you 10 is like you're the best, like 9, 8, 1, you suck and you don't sleep very well at all. Okay. So here's what I want, and give me a good shout out. Yeah. Let me know. So, because the thing is, it's not about always the amount of sleep, it's the quality of sleep of what you have within the time you sleep. Because like firefighters, they're always interrupted, but if they can increase the quality of it, they do better. Right. So what happened was I was in my office. I'm in my office right now, and I'm legitimately, we have these Mexican ketones. Well, at the time, we call them Mexican ketones. They're actually ampoule ketones, and they're formulated a little differently than our keto nap. They're a little different, and they're a free cell, so they absorb faster and like right in your mouth. They start absorbing, and your brain can uptake them fast. So the acceleration of the ketone level is different. And I one of these opened by accident in my office, and it was like 7:30 at night. Now this is like a couple years ago, and I'm like, well, I don't want to throw it away. Like, what am I going to do? So you're not going to throw ketones away. You never do that. Like, they're too amazing. Why would you throw these away? So what I did is, what's up, Jim? What I did is I put it, and I'm like, you know what? Listen, it's non-caffeine. I'm going to just try it. I'm going to have it. I'll have it now. It was like 8 o'clock-ish at night. So I drink it down, and I get ready to go to bed. And so that night, I woke up the next day, and I was just like, what happened to me? I'm not a person that has a lot of crazy dreams and all this other stuff, but I was like vividly and dreaming. I woke up, I literally stretched. I'm like, oh, like, what was this? I'm like, I got to check this thing out. So I have an Aura ring. So I checked out my sleep score, and it was like off the charts. My sleep score is usually not great. Oh, nice shirt, dude. Hey, thanks. I wore this just to tease everybody because there's not many in the world. You had to be at a special event to get this shirt. So anyway, so I'm like, maybe it was a fluke, right? It was definitely not my intention to sleep better. I didn't know, like, but it made a difference for me. So what I did is for like a week, 2 weeks, I started using these ketones before I went to bed, and my ring validated it. My sleep has been better and better and better and better. Now I like sleep like crazy off the charts. And I was like, what the heck? This is amazing. So I started telling more people about it. I know I'm long-winded. I started telling a bunch of people about this. So we're in Louisville, Kentucky, and Dr. Ryan Lauer's there. And I'm like, dude, you got to try this. And nobody there had non-caffeine, the ampules. Nobody had them out there. They all had caffeine. And so it was really funny. So anyway, I gave him one of mine, but I didn't want to give mine up because then I wasn't going to have one because I brought enough just for my sleep. I didn't bring extra. And so he woke up the next day. He's like, dude, that was amazing. And so that was the beginning of them creating a new formulation. It's called Keto Chill, but it's really, how do we like turn down for the night? Everybody's so high or stimulated, or, you have life going on, you're running the race. So this is our Keto Chill. It's just been released. It's actually available right now. Our Keto Kick's also available. This is I don't hate to use the word favorite, but these are two of my new favorite technologies. I use these every day. This is my workout. Always at a workout. Always put this into your workout. Game changer. My mom took 2 minutes off of her mile walk by just drinking one of these. 72 years old. She walked a mile walk 2 minutes faster with one of these. It's actually a little under a mile to even be more impressive. So I'm not going to get too deep into why it works, but basically this starts absorbing in your mouth. So you can literally just put it in your mouth and like squish it around, and the ketones start absorbing. And the way it's formulated is to increase the uptake of ketones, and it really relaxes the mind. What we think is happening, we don't know why it's different, but we think it's the timing and the amount. That's what we think. or it's some reason it hitting the brain differently. So if you're a person that doesn't sleep super well, or you're really restless, especially if your mind's going 100 miles per hour, try this. And I would suggest don't try it just once, try it like for 2 or 3 weeks consistently to see how your brain and your body adjusts and works to it. I was already deep in ketosis, and I use it as a topper or as an accelerator. I already do all my keto stuff up to this point. So it was just the extra made a huge difference for me, and I won't go without it. I tell everybody you got to try this. And now what they did though is when Dr. Ryan formulated this, he didn't just do the free cell ketones. He combined it some adaptogens to help kind of reduce stress levels. He formulated with the right magnesium to help with more relaxation. So it's formulated to even amplify this turn down or amplify sleep and rest and repair and recover. So what I recommend is that if you need to just turn down in the afternoon, if you need to turn down in the evening, if you want to sleep better, do this. They're just little shots. You just drink it down. You can squish it around your mouth, but it's an absolute game changer. Unbelievable. And right now, does anybody know, is it 20? I think it's 22% off. If you guys know, let me know. 22% off or 25, I think, if you buy like 3 bundles of it, I think. Send a sample. You can order it right now. I don't like to ship samples of these jars because it's just the shipping, it's not worth it. Just go buy it. It's a game changer, absolute game changer. So if you already have a proven account and you're already a customer of ours or a promoter of ours, just go on and buy this. If you want to sleep better, you got to try it. I'm just telling you, you got to try it. It is absolute game changer. I have a few other hacks for sleep. I love our Signal S for sleep. I love our Keto Pro for sleep. This for me has been the biggest impactor for my improvement of sleep. I do have my mom still use Keto Pro. There's science that supports that, but this is like like I said, I actually track my sleep. I have an Oura ring. I track it like every night of my sleep, and my REM sleep and deep sleep are so much better. And like that's kind of my metric of like how well I slept, is how deep I got into my rest. Like how am I really resting? Even if I only get 4 hours, do I get a good rest? And so, because sometimes, let's be honest, we have a newborn at home. So sometimes you don't get a lot of sleep. And so it's the quality of sleep of the amount of time you have is what we really want to ramp up. Okay. Now, if you can get more of good quality sleep, even better, right? So if you do not currently have a count, now, everybody likes my shirt. What's up, Pileski? What's going on? So who else has this shirt? I think there's only a handful in the world. I should probably like do an auction for this bad dog because people like this shirt. But here's the deal. This is what I'm going to tell you. If you do not have an account and you haven't tried this yet, whoever refers you to follow me in any capacity, get back to them. You can actually try this product. I do recommend drinking ketones daily. I recommend doing our fasting protocols with us. It's the biggest breakthrough in science, biggest breakthrough in health and wellness. If you want better in your life, I encourage drinking your regular ketones. But if you've never tried it before, it's okay to start with this. Yes, US only at the moment. We're working on it, you Canadians. We're working on you up there. Sorry, I forget about my Canadians and my international peeps. I sometimes forget. I don't always forget, sometimes. So, but what I'm going to tell you though is use this. For my Canadians up there, use Keto Pro. And if you can get your hands on the ampules, you won't get the extra little additives to this one that's there to accelerate some of the effects of the deep sleep and rest, but you will still get a huge benefit from the other ones. Yeah, if you've never tried ketones before, get back to whoever invited you to follow me and literally get your hands on this product. It is an absolute game changer. And you can start with this and then learn about the rest of our programs and then find out what's the best program for you. Because honestly, as you just improve your health, you're going to sleep better, right? Everything's going to help everything else. So that's kind of our goal, is to accelerate and improve you. Ultimately, you. How do we make you better? If you're following me, hit me a message. I'll take care of you and make sure you get set up and get this in your hands. But I'm just going to tell you again, it was an accident. I sleep like a baby now. I have a baby and I sleep like a baby. It's quite remarkable. The snoring, the loud breathing, the restlessness completely slowed down. If you all know my story, my body's been beat up quite a bit. I was in sleep studies for years. I'm talking about years of sleep studies in my mid to late 20s. So this is an absolute game changer for anything that I can do to improve sleep, because longevity and quality of life and healing is about sleep. If you ever go out and if you have like a week of bad sleep, your knees hurt more. Does that make sense? If you ever have 2 weeks of bad sleep, could you imagine 2, 3, 4, 10 years of bad sleep? How much more is your body slowing down? Is it easier to burn fat when you don't sleep well, or is it better to burn fat when you sleep well? Right? Of course, it's better. The better sleep you are, the better you can do everything else. So it's just added to the puzzle of what Pruvit's provided for us. So y'all get your hands on this. Please try. Won't be able to get mine anytime. These at 30 this month, but it ends. I'm not sure what that means. I think you tried to type something out. All right, y'all. Hey, I need to pop off. I have Christmas things. We got cookies we're making tonight. I don't know if they're keto. We got keto cookies that we're making on Saturday, for Saturday. I don't know if we're making them on Saturday. I think tomorrow night. And tonight we have cookies for the daughter's holiday party. We got a kids holiday party tonight. So try mine tonight, Christy. Try it. And I do recommend give it a handful of nights. Because some people will notice their brain feel more active. But remember that when you're going to bed, you want to focus on going to bed, not on other. So I do not drink this and then work on other projects. Does that make sense? I do recommend, I would say, don't drink it right before bed. Give yourself an hour to hour and a half, because remember, ketones are a diuretic. And if you're not already on a low carb diet and you're consuming lots of carbohydrates or even a moderate amount, when you drink it, it's gonna want to rinse. You're gonna pee more. If that makes sense, you're going to pee a lot, and I don't want you waking up to go pee because you drank it too close to bed. So definitely drink it at least an hour before you go to bed. Maybe 2 hours is fine. I'd be completely fine with that. I wouldn't, if you're looking at sleep, I wouldn't do it too much earlier. This can be consumed in the morning. It doesn't have to be at night. You can consume it any time of the day. If you just want to chill out and relax, or if you don't want to be like stimulated, this is a great tool. So 100% utilize it, try it, play with it. And then most importantly, give us your feedback. Come to my pages, go to Pruvit's pages, give us some feedback. Dr. Ryan Lowry just did a little talk about this on Pruvit's Facebook page. You can definitely check that out too. So y'all, talk to you soon. What's up, Norma? How are you? I really have to go. I miss y'all already. I miss y'all already. Happy holidays. Can't hear you. I hope everybody can hear me. You're answering questions, so somebody must be able to hear me. I need to go. Quiet. Hey, TikTok. I always forget about TikTok over here. Like, it's like the redheaded stepchild. Where'd that saying come from? It's such maybe a bad saying. I probably shouldn't say that, but it's like oh yeah, I forgot about you, TikTok. I should really care about TikTok's amazing. It's my bandwidth to go over here. I have my all my other channels right here running. I'm running. All right, cheers, y'all. Hey, TikTok though, really quick though. Come over to Instagram if you want. If you can't message me directly on TikTok, come over to Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram or on Facebook. I'm always excited. It's hard for me not to be. Like, honestly, it's funny you say that. I really do need to go, but it's funny you say that. It's like people go, "What? So how are you so excited all the time?" I'm like, I go, if you're going where I'm going to go, you'd be excited too. You create your future, right? So I guess it's important to be excited. I have a good buddy of mine. His name is Matthew Ferrugio, and he kind of taught me that. And I'm working on turning down and like kind of chilling out, and I can do that. I don't like to. I actually like being excited, but I don't always act this way. But typically, I got a little pop of my step. When I go to take the kids to school, like I can take my kids to school, be angry, frustrated, tired, and sluggish, or I can take them to school, be happy, energized, and cheerful, and send them off to a good day. Like, that's a choice in my mind. When you have health and vitality on your side, the rest of it's just a choice. Right now, if you're not healthy, there's times where I couldn't walk, right? There's times where I couldn't move my arm. There's times where it was hard and hurt to get out of bed. There's plenty of times where I wasn't feeling that way. I'm usually pretty optimistic, but the reality is like, if there's a lot of things to be grateful for, and there's a lot of things to complain about. That's a choice. It is 100% a choice, and I'm going to always choose to have gratitude and to use what I have. I did a call earlier this morning, and I said, I said, it's kind of funny, like, for the first time in history, if you have really good energy, really good focus, feel great, you look good, you enjoy your life, it's the first time in history where people think there's something wrong with you. I want that to sink in. Like, people think there's something wrong with you when you actually are enjoying the world, and you like how you look, and you like how you feel, and you're positive. They're like, what's he on? Is he normal? What's he like? He must be taking something that's illegal, right? He must be snorting something, right? This is what people are thinking because it's so foreign to feel great, right? Because it's so common to feel shitty. It's so common to feel bad. And and don't get me wrong. I mean, I like I mean, I got lots of scars to prove otherwise. So I get what it's like to not feel optimal or feel like you're at the top of your game. But at the end of the day, like we get the choice to choose and live the life we want to live. Like that's what ketones and prove it has done. That's what this conversation has done is gives people like when people go, well, it didn't work for me. What didn't work? Like it always works. That's why everybody comes back, right? We just had a bunch of new people come back on. They've been gone for a while. They came back on. Why? Because well, when they're drinking ketones and part of our community, they felt better. They were happier. And then for whatever reason, they stopped. Why do you stop that? I have no idea. Yes, they stop. And then what ends up happening? They stop and then they get back. They realize they wake up 6 months, 2 years, 3 years later going, man, I don't like my life anymore. And they're like, you know what? When I felt the best is when I was with that Prove It company and I was drinking ketones and I was living better. Well, then they get back on and they're like, why did I ever stop? Like, I'll never stop. Like, this is a common thing I see. And that's why we like to put the education and everything else up there. That video we did the other night is converting great. I just got a text. Samantha Rose is crushing the business. Hey, and for any of you entrepreneurs out there, anybody that's looking for an extra income or make an impact in people's life, I was literally at the bank today talking to, I was doing banking, I guess. And the guy's like, dude, like, tell me, like, how do you have all this energy? Like, what do you do? Like, I don't understand. Like, you don't seem like the normal person that comes in here. I'm telling him, he goes, you're him. And so he saw my car at my daughter's school. Apparently, our daughters went to school together. I didn't know that his daughter's name. I'm not gonna say, but so anyway, he's like, I've been wanting to talk to you for like 2 years. I just never have. And he goes, I guess now is the right time. So he's like, literally, like, how do you live this kind of life? And so we're talking business. I'm talking literally talk about my business and like the mindset behind what we do. He goes, yeah, I'm familiar with that business model. He goes, but a lot of people don't seem to understand it that well. And I explained to him like it's a real business. People don't treat it like that though. They treat it like a hobby and then they say it didn't work. I'm like, it works. It's probably very proven to work. You just have to decide if you want to build it or not. And you have to decide if you want to put the time and effort in or not. And you want to learn the strategies. And I go, anybody can learn our business. People don't, and they don't put the time and effort in. And I go, but you have to align with the leadership. You have to align with the product, and you have to align with the energy of what it is that you want to be part of, right? The company and the community, right? And I go, as long as those are all there and you're willing to apply yourself, anybody can have success. Well, then he's like, well, can it get me healthier? And I'm like, well, absolutely. I go, it will be expensive for you. And he goes, what do you mean expensive? I go, well, all those suits that you're wearing, he's a banker, right? So he has suits on. I go, none of them are going to fit next year. I go, you're going to have to get a whole new wardrobe. It's going to probably cost you 10G or 20G or 75G if you have if you have my tailor. It's pretty easy. I've spent some money on some suits. But the point is that if you're, and that person ready for more in your life, like don't hesitate to come get a piece of the pie, whatever that looks like for you. Get healthy, get better, live better, sleep better. But you know what? If you're really hungry for an opportunity to financially improve your life, have a financial transformation, why would you not investigate and look at every option that's available and see what the right fit is for you to change your life forever? That's it. Mic drop. All right. I've had that before too. It's so unfortunate. Our world has continued. Hell yeah. Yeah. Christy, you're doing amazing. And she's had life happen. It's such I should interview you, Christy. All right, guys. Sent a request to be in your live video. GT Mama, I apologize. I have to hop off. So I'm going to say good day. We'll kick off TikTok first. Bye, TikTok. Facebook.